So okay guys, I'm gonna brief you a bit about the OD model and basically a bit of what it consists about. Going into it not too deep, just the overall, giving you the overall idea of the OD model, and you can go through the slides and also read more. So basically, the OD model is it's fairly new. Taylor's is one of the pilot LCs trying to implement this. It's basically, I think it's known as the organizational development model, and in essence, right, this OD model aims to ensure how we develop our organization. It's also a more objective tool in a way we measure organizational health, and as you can see, these are some of the reasons in the slide. So basically, in terms of the OD model, right, there are two main elements to it. Number one being operational performance, which is measured by product health index, like how well each of our products do, such as IGT, IGV, OGT, and OGV. The second part is organizational health, um, and it's measured by the organizational health index, which contains a few things. So basically, um, under operational performance, right, there are three things: how the quality of our product, how fast we execute, like in terms of processing times, and also how profitable our products are. In terms of organizational health, we have talent capacity, which include member retention, PA scores, financial strength, which includes our LC reserves, legality and governance, and so on. So with all those, right, like um, based on these criteria, each LC will be given a score in terms of these criteria, and ultimately the final product will look something like this. So you can see that there's the product health index on the y-axis and the organizational health on the basically the x and y, yeah, something like that. I forgot my axis mixed up, but yeah. So based on how each LC scores for it, you are either in a startup, scaling, advanced, or mature stage. Taylor's University is about we're currently around the scaling stage, somewhere between a 4-ish for product health and 2 for organizational health. So there's still a lot to go to improve. So moving on, this is just like a brief on like product health indicators, like how it's measured. So you can see they give the breakdowns on like what do they mean by faster, what do they mean by profitable, and everything. So I'll just go quickly into product health index. Basically, how they measure better, it's through this formula. So there's also rankings for better. Basically, these are the ranking scores based on how much we achieve. So in order for just say OGV to be in a scaling stage, we need to achieve between 31 to 60. Yeah, so you guys get a rough idea of how these scores are measured. So this slide basically tells you about how it's calculated, and it gives you a great idea on like how our LC is also doing in terms of where we stand in the OD model. So I'll just go through pretty brief. So the next one is basically faster, how fast days to approve and everything. So basically based on this chart, they give you a rough like startup, scaling, advanced. So each bracket has a different number of days. So based on how long we take to process in terms of, you can check this through Expa, so it will fall under different ranking scores. And yeah, so same goes for profitable. Okay, so product health index. So you can see this is like a rough explanation on Isaac and Langkawi, which actually does not exist yet. But yeah, so this will give you like a rough idea of the total, how the total product score would look like. So once you add everything up, it should look something like this, divided by 6 because of all the products. And yeah, this is how we tabulate the scores. So now on to organizational health index. So the main indicators will include like the three things earlier: talent capacity, financial strength, and legality and governance. So under talent capacity, there will be productivity rate, retention rate, and of course the most important thing that PM has been always rushing us, PA scores. So financial strengths will include all this stated on the slides. And basically this slide tells you how we measure this and everything, how we measure productivity, the brackets and everything. So same goes for most of these slides. So it's pretty easy for you guys to go through this, and I'll just move on to the later part. So basically this slide is, so once we have all the data, we would tabulate it, and for all those three aspects, and it should give you something like this. So in terms of, once we get the total score and get the average of it, then we can finally say where our Isaac chapter currently stands. So based on Isaac Langkawi's score, they still are in the scaling stage, but more towards transitioning to advanced. So yeah, so hope this brief short introduction to the OD model helps you. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, Marissa, or any of us seniors. We'll try our best to answer. And yeah, that's all for me now.